8 Things We Learned from Juventus, All or Nothing documentary. By Kieran Varley. BBC Sport. Juventus finished last season with 2 domestic trophies and Champions League qualification. Andrea Pirlo is unflappable, Cristiano Ronaldo is a scary machine, and Gianluigi Buffon never has a day off. They are just 3 of the things that become clear in Juventus, All or Nothing, which has just dropped on Amazon Prime. Over 8 episodes, the series charts Andrea Pirlo's first year at the helm. He takes over the most successful club in Italy, one that has won the Italian title for 9 consecutive seasons and whose ambition is to win their first Champions League trophy since 1996. The old guard are getting older though, and fresh recruits need to bed in. In the end, it is a turbulent season, with the club failing to win Serie A, being knocked out of the Champions League in the last 16 and having to contend with the impact of coronavirus. We know now that Pirlo left at the end of the campaign. We get to see how big characters like Pirlo, Buffon, Giorgio Chiellini and Leonardo Bonucci navigate the tricky waters, and, of course, we get a glimpse of Ronaldo training. Here are 8 takeaways from the series. 1. Ronaldo is his own nutritionist, hydration expert and physiotherapist. The documentary series gives us a chance to see the professionalism with which Ronaldo applies himself at work. Of his strict diet, he says, "For me, it's not a sacrifice to eat tuna, fish or broccoli. I do that because I like it." Ronaldo is across absolutely everything. His self-management even applies to allowing himself 20 minutes in the sun. Any longer, I'll get wrinkles, but after 20 minutes, I feel better, he says in the first episode. In training, he coaches the others to do tricks and even in media duties never makes a mistake, according to PR manager Eduardo Bandini. After Juventus are knocked out of the Champions League by Porto, it's telling that Ronaldo is the most inconsolable in the dressing room. 2. McKennie finds the Italian diet difficult. Ronaldo may not mind the strict diet, but American midfielder Weston McKennie has to make a few adaptations to fit in when he arrives from German side Schalke. In the second episode, a club doctor assesses him and finds he has 18% body fat. McKennie is put on a meal plan. "I miss the American burgers," McKennie says, adding, "some chicken wings, some fried chicken, some donuts." 3. Buffon's mentality is unmatched. Legendary goalkeeper Buffon is a constant source of positivity and inspiration in the Juventus camp. Buffon, now 43, first joined Juve in 2001 and returned after a 1-year spell at Paris Saint-Germain in 2018-19. Buffon is built differently. Before the Coppa Italia final, in which Juve beat Atalanta to win the competition for a record 14th time, Buffon says, "I feel like I am 20, with many more finals ahead of me." Teammate Federico Chiesa, whose dad Enrico played with Buffon at Parma, says, "I don't know if it's more strange for me to play with him, or vice versa." 4. Bonucci has making up to do. Bonucci is one of Juventus' longest-serving players, having originally joined in 2010. So it shocked fans when, in 2017, he completed a move to arch-rivals AC Milan. Bonucci only stayed 1 season at the San Siro before returning to turn with his tail between his legs. He talks about the whole affair in episode 4 in terms that make it sound slightly like marital infidelity. "I knew I'd done something wrong, but that's the way I am. Juventus is my home," he says, adding, "The best thing for me in that moment was to leave, but as it often happens, when love is strong, there's an opening for reconciliation." 5. Third-choice goalkeeper Pinsoglio is the unsung hero. Carlo Pinsoglio is everyone's favorite teammate. With Buffon and Wojciech Szczesny ahead of him, keeper Carlo Pinsoglio doesn't get many chances to make the first team. However, in episode 5, we find out that he's a fan favorite and one of the biggest characters in the dressing room. He also seems to have the closest bond to Ronaldo, going out on the latter's birthday to buy him a t-shirt with Pinsoglio's catchphrase, "Give a little," printed in the front. 6. Pirlo hates seeing players on their phones. In episode 7, Pirlo and Buffon talk about how the world has changed since they were young. Now the priority is the phone, the followers being silly on Facebook, on Instagram, says Buffon. Pirlo bemoans this too. "One thing that I hate is seeing people on their phone right before the match. From next year, you get your massage and you leave your phone in the locker," he. 7. The chairman asked the team to back him on Super League plans. In episode 7, we also get an interesting insight into some of the conversations that went on around the time of the announcement of the ill-fated European Super League, of which Juventus were to be founder members. Chairman Giovanni Agnelli tells the team, "The project has a code name BSW, best show in the world. I'll work on it. If I need protection, I hope to have your back." 8. Pirlo is philosophical about the season. The series charts what was a turbulent season for Juventus, with a new breed of players coming through. As well as missing out on the league title, they only just qualified for the Champions League. However, they did win 2 trophies, the Italian Super Cup and Coppa Italia. Pirlo remains unflappable throughout, as one might imagine. Pirlo takes it in his stride and manages to look largely unruffled. Ultimately, he and the club parted ways over the. My final thought is that my work ended on a positive note, he says, at the end of the series. I can walk away with dignity, with no regret.